Before we deep dive into topics related to Lightning Web Components or the topics specific to Lightning Web Components, we need to be very clear on the basics of JavaScript, because without knowing or without understanding the very basic things of JavaScript, we cannot master LWC. The more you're good at JavaScript, the more you would become a better developer on LWC. We'll learn JavaScript as we move along with the course, but before that, I just wanted to highlight the basic things which are absolutely required, and without knowing them, we cannot move further with LWC. So in this session, I'll talk about the data types and different data types available in JavaScript. And usually in most of the language, data types are divided into two categories. One is the primitive data type, and other one is the non-primitive data types. And JavaScript is a very vast language, and we could have n number of sessions just on the primitive data types, and we could have n number of sessions on the non-primitive data types, but we won't go that deeper into JavaScript. Or we will know more about data types as we move along with this course, but in this session I will just give you a quick overview about the data types available in JavaScript. So the first thing is string, and to declare a string we have two ways. One is the single quote thing, and other one is we can have double quotes. So we could use any of these ways to declare a string. I'll assign something to it. This is string. This is another string. These are the ways to declare string. And then we have number data type. In JavaScript, we don't have a data type specific to integer and data type specific to floats. We have a common data type which is number. We have, even though we do have methods specific to integers and floats, but we have a common data type which is number only. And for number, we can have declare a variable, and then we can assign an integer like this, and we can give decimal values to this. So both integer and decimal comes under the number data type. Then we have Boolean, and Boolean could have either true or it could have false. So these are the two possible values a Boolean can have. Let me uncomment this one. So this is about Boolean, and then we have undefined, and then we have null, and we have NaN. So whenever we declare any variable and we don't assign anything to that variable, so the default value is undefined. So whenever there is nothing in a variable, there is undefined. So in Apex, if we don't have anything, we have a null, and we have null available here, but the default data type of any variable that we declare is undefined. We can also assign null also. Null also exists in JavaScript. And then we have this NaN. It's not a number. NaN stands for not a number. It usually occurs when we are doing an arithmetic operation on non-number values. So at that time, the result won't be a number, but not a number data type. And then we have this ES6 data type available, which is known as symbol. Symbol is like symbol goes like this. You can either have a symbol like this, or you can put some value here. This is my symbol. It could go either like a symbol with the blank, or you could have any data type here. So symbols are used to uniquely identify the primitive data types. We will study more as we move along with this course, but currently I'm just highlighting all the different data types available in JavaScript because it is gonna take a lot of time to explain each data type in one session. So that's why I'm just gonna highlight the different data types available, but we will talk more and we will use them when we build any project in LWC. So this is all about the primitive data types, and now we have collections available, non-primitive data types, and for non-primitive data types we have array or list. It's the same thing. We can declare an array using myArray equals to this, or there is another syntax to declare an array like this. The next one is set, and let me just uniquely identify it. So these are the two different syntaxes available to declare arrays. Both does the same thing. It's not like this is a one type of array and the second is the different type of array. Both are arrays. It's just a syntactic sugar to declare it in two different ways. Both are the same thing. But in sets, we have two types of set. One is the normal set, and other one is weak set. Set and array are both collections. It could have a combination of different data types, like first element could be a string and the second one could be integer, or vice versa, and the third one could be boolean, or any data type we can assign. Since this is a loosely typed language, it's not a strongly typed language like Apex. In Apex we have to mention whether this is a string collection or a boolean collection or an integer collection or a float collection. But here we need not to mention that whether this is going to be only a string collection or only a integer collection. Here we could have n number of combination we can use. So in array we could have duplicates. We can assign same value n number of time and it preserves the order. And in set it doesn't preserve the order and we cannot repeat the value. If I assign 1 2 3 twice in my array, it could hold 1 2 3 two times, but the set cannot do that. We will see that in action soon. And then we have map. And before I talk about maps, I just wanted to highlight the difference between set and the weak set. In set we have more functions available and these are iterable and it could hold any data type, but in weak set they are not iterable. They cannot be iterated and they can only hold object data type. We cannot assign any other data type to weak sets. And same goes for maps also. We have two types of map. One is map, and then we have my weak map. So here the map is a key value pair. It's a combination of key value pair, and key could be any data type, value could be any data type, but in weak map key has to be an object. And weak map is not iterable. So I'm just highlighting the key differences only. I'm not going in very detail in the difference between set and weak set or map or weak map. And there is one more way in JavaScript to have a key value pair. That is the most commonly used non-primitive data type is object. To declare an object we have two ways. One is this one and other one is So these are the two ways to declare an object. Again, like there is only one type of array available in JavaScript, and these are two different syntaxes to declare an array. But there are two types of set. One is this way to declare a set, new set, and this is one type of set, and this is another type of set. And we have two types of map. One is this normal map, and then other one is the weak map. And an object, these are two different ways to declare an object, but both are the same thing. So these all are the data types, like primitive and non-primitive data types available in JavaScript. And to see this in action, what we could do is, instead of doing it in this file, what we can do is we can just go to browser, and we can open the developer console here, and we can execute some JavaScript here also. So if I want to declare an array, what we could do is I can use const, and then I will declare one array, my array, and I'll go with this syntax. So one collection is declared. So here if I print my array, it is blank. So what I could do is, if I want to add some value, what I can do is I can do my array.push, and I can push one string here. Now by default it's printing its size. Right now it's 1, and if I now print my array, it has string. And the charm of loosely typed language is, so the second element could be another data type, 123 or 213. So now if I press up arrow key twice, and now if I print it, so we have string and 213 number. So same goes for set. So if I declare my set here equals to new set, so to add a value to set, we can, unlike push, we have set here, and we can add a string. Sorry, so it's not set. For set we have, this is confusing, we have add. We can add it this way, and if we want to print it, it can print it like this. And same like array, we could have my set dot add. We can do 123, and now we have two values, string and 123. Now if we, let me just clear it, and now we can have map. This is how we declare a map. And if we want to assign values to map, it is like dot set. So dot set is not for set, but dot set is for maps. So I will give a key, my key, and the value against my key should be my value, of course. So now we have the key value pair here. So if I want to assign some other data type, I could do that 1 2 3, and value would be my, I would say, my integer value, int value. And if I hit enter, now we have one is key, first key is a string, then value is a string, second key is integer, and the second value is string. We could use a number of combinations. Key could be anything. We could have it like this, my integer, and then, sorry, let me remove it from here, my integer, and the value I can 1 2 3 4 5. So now we have one key value pair as string string, and the other one is integer and string, and then string integer. So we could use a number of options this way. And now let's talk about object. Const my object equals to this one. It can hold like a map, it is also used to hold the key value pairs. But the only difference is in map we have like several methods. If we want to set, we have dot set method, and if we want to get, we have a dot get method. And but in object, either we can assign key value pair while declaring it. We could go 1 2 3 and then the returned value be 1 2 3 4 5. Sorry about that. So instead of comma, it would go like a colon. So if I print it here, so my object has key as 1 2 3 and the value is 1 2 3 4 5. Or if we don't want to assign anything during the initialization, what we could do is we could use dot notation here, and in dot notation we can give my key equals to my value. So now if I press up arrow key twice, now you see we have two key value pairs. One is 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 5 and then my key as my value. There are like few differences also. The difference is not just about the syntax, like we have dot set to set the value. Here we have a dot notation. We have other ways to assign the keys also. We will talk about it in our coming sessions. So right now I'm just highlighting the very basic things to add values to the collection. So the difference between map and key, one is map and object is, one is the syntax here, other one is the object. The key of the object would always be an integer. Even if you try to assign any data type, it's going to consider this as a string only. But in map, map could have any data type. It could have key as an string or as a integer or number, or it could have a key as an object. But in object, a key cannot be another object. It has to be string only. So these are the like main differences between keys and the maps. Usually I prefer object because we have to memorize less syntax here. We need not to memorize to add the values. We have a set for map, and here it's simple. We just declare object with these curly braces, and then to assign a value we can just use dot notation. We have other ways to add keys. We will surely talk about them. So these are the things that I just wanted to highlight. So I won't go that deep into the data types because this is going to take a lot of time and we will divert from our topic. We are here to master LWC, but once you know the key things about the LWC, you can enhance your JavaScript knowledge, and that would surely help you in LWC also. So in the next coming session, we will talk more on the LWC things, and we will learn JavaScript as we move along with the project. So till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much.